Everyone, this is Anna from Koala Soap, and today we're going to be making a soap using teal green and violet petal from StarDust Micas, and we're going to do our swirl effect. I'm going to do it with shea butter. I kind of want to see what it looks like just using a white base. I want to see if I can make it dark enough so that the design will still pop. In each of these I have 10 ounces of shea butter, and because I know this is going to hold anywhere between 20 and 22 ounces, depending on the day. So we're going to go ahead and melt this down, and then we'll go ahead and get our Micas mixed in. We're going to be using Yuzu Cybilla today for our fragrance, and we'll go ahead and get everything warmed up. Okay, so we have everything warmed up. Our shea butters are at about 144. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the mica, and I might be making a little bit more because I might want to make it a little bit stronger or darker. The Yuzu Cybilla has a flash point of 176, so I should be okay adding this. We're going to go ahead and do, I think it is 1 teaspoon per pound, so we have 20 ounces here. So we're going to do, since we have a little bit over, we're going to go ahead . So we're going to go ahead and get these mixed up here. Okay. And the alcohol will evaporate. So if you're worried about too much alcohol, you don't need to worry about that. My alcohol is at 91%. Ideally, you would want a higher concentration, but this was all that was available at our store. So that's what I'm going to be using today. Okay, we'll go ahead, and I guess we'll be mixing the purple in first. And again, if we want to make it darker, we can. I already have a nice skin going on in there. And I do think I want to make this a little bit darker. And since I need this one to set before I can pour the other shea butter on top of it, I'm actually not going to mix the teal green into the other one until I have this one exactly where I want it. Make it a little bit darker. I think I'm happy with that. Okay. Go. So it's a good purple. I like it, so we're going to keep it at that. This one we're not going to mix yet. It's already getting a skin, so I have a feeling I'm going to have to go ahead and reheat that up by the time I'm ready to pour this. Okay, I gotta answer the phone. Sorry about that. Okay, this is ready to pour. I'm not going to pour the whole thing in here. Ideally, I would like to alternate it. So let's kind of see. The first layer is always but regardless, I need to keep about oh, I don't know, I guess maybe 2 ounces in here, because I'm gonna need to pour everything else on top of the soap once this is set. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we could actually pour this on the side because we are just gonna mold it together anyway. So let's go ahead and mix this teal green in and see if we have to make it darker. The shea butters or the opaque melt and pours always take a little bit longer to set and get harder. Of course, when you pour your mica mix with alcohol in there, it cools it down quite a bit. So 121. Okay, I'm going to want this to have a little bit of skin and then we'll be pouring on top of it. But I could go ahead right now and just kind of pour on the side because we're going to be mashing this together. Try not to disturb the purple because it's not even close. Maybe it'll push it over. Let's see. It's going to hit it eventually. Let's see what happens here. It looks like the purple has set up. I don't know if you can see this, but the green's going around it. That's fine. I'm happy with that. I see a couple of air bubbles. We'll squirt those out. And you can see how it just made it disperse a lot more. I do want this purple. I trust that I might be able to pour on it in a few minutes. I just want to make sure though. So I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side. We're going to wait a few minutes and then we'll be right back. Okay, I think we're cool enough now. So I have a light skin on the purple and I have a little bit of a skin on the green. The purple right now is at 111. It's green. 116, 81, and 85. I'm going to move this scale out of the way here. Have some room. So let's see if we can pour a little bit on top here. I'm going to start on the outskirts. And it's not necessary to pour alcohol on this part because you're really going to be mashing it up anyway. I just don't want them to mold together and make a new color. So it's always best, if you're really not sure about your soap, is to pour on the outside edges because they seem to harden up faster than in the middle. Pour very slow. Okay, I think pour a little bit more. Just a small bit more. I'm going to need enough to pour on top of the soap when this is done. So I think maybe a little bit more. Okay, I'm fine with that. So you can see I don't have very much left in here. I can't really see the measurements, but I think it's only probably 2 to 4 ounces left. We'll kind of see how this one looks over here. We'll pour on the outside edges and see if it stays on top, which it is. We have some skin going on, but again, that doesn't matter because we're going to be pushing it all together anyway. And I'm trying to stay on the parts of the green that I poured a little while ago. I think that's enough. So you can see I don't have that much left over here either. So that is what I'm going to be pouring onto the top of the soap. We're going to let this completely harden, and then we're going to go ahead and we will mix it up. So we'll be back. Okay guys, sorry about that. It seemed my camera turned off. Basically what I did was I unmolded the soap and I went ahead and rolled it into the usual burrito format. I then put my thumb in to hold it steady, and I tore it up into smaller pieces as I have in other videos. At this point I went ahead and put it into our pink mold, and I did hit it with a chopstick and poked holes in several places. I remelted the melt and pour that we had left over that I had saved, about 4 ounces in total, and I went ahead and I poured that into the mold at a temperature of about 130, 135. That way it really wouldn't muddle the colors too much. And then we went ahead and we've now unmolded and ready to cut. We're back, and I've gone ahead and I've unmolded it. And so you can see how it looks. All right. So we're going to be cutting it into 1-inch bars. Very nice. Here's that one. Whenever you're taking it off, you have to go like this, that way you don't ruin the design. So there's another one. Okay. The last one. And it smells really good. Okay. And there they are. Turned out pretty good. Okay, so links to everything I've used is in the bottom in the description, and along with all the measurements. I'll try to put those down there too. So I hope you like this soap, and we will go ahead and be back, I think tomorrow or the next day, with another one. You guys have a really good week.